Couple of days ago, while everybody was too busy spurging out about that 25-year-old attractive thing that was sitting in front of the House committee, there was just a little bit of a voicemail that ended up making the rounds out there, and it was just between Hunter and Joe, and it was just, just father and son chit-chat, right? Just about Chinese business dealings and how corrupt they actually are. Wait, what? Why isn't anybody talking about this? Attractive white woman on television saying bad things about Trump, right? It's always, hey, guess what? Pay attention to what's going on over here. Meanwhile, the left hand is over here just robbing you of the 10% and need to hold on to it for the big guy. It's just so typical. Like, even Fox News is getting in on this stuff, right? Because, what was it? Brett Baer, the old, it kind of looks like Superman if he fell instead of just, on a compromising angle onto his neck off of that horse, if he just landed straight down, because he looks like a blocky square-headed individual. But he's even repeating the same lie that, it's a very important, in fact, it's a bombshell piece of testimony. If I see the word bombshell anymore, I'm going to advise Russia to come and directly strike Grand Prairie, Alberta, because I need to escape this planet, because nobody's paying attention to the real shit, okay? They want you, okay? This is just society, the uniparty, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever you want to chalk all this stuff up to. They want to make whatever is their current problem your problem, okay? Don't pay attention to any of the, actionable stuff, okay? And then they'll just resort to this shaming language. Oh, why are you paying attention to those two millionaires? Oh, it's just their problem. Oh, it's just a bunch of stupid celebrities and it's just a civil court case. It has no real world implications. No, that's actionable subject material that people can use to adapt to their everyday life in order to make informed decisions. Speaking about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, why don't you care more about Ukraine? What can any of us do about Ukraine, okay? That dude right there is going to continue to fund it over the top, okay? And then convince the rest of the idiots sitting around that little fucking circular table that required a lonely high schooler with a suspicious amount of ammunition to bust through the fucking front door like no other collection of idiots I've ever seen before in my life. No wishing for anything, just, or no. Oh, look at how bad Trump was, because according to some I wasn't even a coffee fetcher, it was a Diet Coke fetcher, and I was totally right on that one. Because did you guys see the fucking statement Trump put out? That shit was hilarious. I'm gonna pull it up here real quick. Okay, here's the official statement. Okay, I guess he still has the desk from Donald Trump still open, but this was after all the testimony and everything came out, right? Today, Cassidy Hutchinson testified to the fake discredited January 6th committee. Hutch, as we like to call her, was a terrible employee. I was not really a member of the team. Her biggest job duty with us was making sure we had Diet Coke in the kitchen, and on at least 2 occasions, she brought in Diet Pepsi. Why isn't he on Twitter? People would actually give a fuck about this cocksucking platform. But she brought in Diet Pepsi. Total failure. The kids say, she's a 10, and I can't go any farther, and I can't go that far. If we're being completely honest, she's a 6. But she turned her back on MAGA. Oh, this motherfucker. He's the best. I miss him so much. Fucking hilarious. Oh, man. It still makes me laugh. Like, I think I've probably laughed at that at least a dozen times at this point, but for fuck's sakes, god damn, I miss him. I miss him so much. Especially given this fucking corrupt piece of shit that's in the fucking White House right now, right? Nah, don't actually take care of anything, okay? Go and chill in fucking Delaware and pay 17.25 fucking % more for your 4th of July celebrations than you have in any other time in fucking history. Remember that laughable fucking statement they put out in that was just last year. Oh, you're going to be saving 17 cents thanks to Uncle Joe. Now where's that fucking similar tweet for this year, you lying old cocksucker? Anyways, let's talk about this voicemail that got leaked out there. That just went on a total fucking tangent, but I'm totally fine with that. In 2018, while Hunter Biden was reportedly under investigation for his dealings with Chinese businessmen, Joe Biden left a voicemail telling Hunter, I think you're clear. The latest development in the Biden family pay-to-play scandal provides further proof a special counsel is needed to oversee the ongoing criminal probe. Yeah, but that's fine. The FBI has been investigating that laptop since 2019 to didn't make any statements before that. And in fact, they probably figured out that it was Russian disinformation just in time for the election in 2020. And then, hey, it just turns out that no, actually, it's legitimate. Thank God we had that investigation going on that time, because, hell, we would have been totally tricked by the fact that it looked like a Russian disinformation campaign. It smelled like a Russian disinformation campaign. But at the end of the day, no, it was just simply Parmesan cheese that we were smoking in our own collective crack pipes, right? In an exclusive, the Daily Mail on Monday reported that a voicemail recovered from a backup of a Hunter's iPhone XS was stored on his abandoned MacBook laptop, captured Joe Biden leaving the message for Hunter on December 12th, 2018. Oh my God. After I don't think I've ever saved a voicemail. And if I have, it wouldn't be longer than just to get like a piece of paper and a pen to write down the phone number so I can call somebody back if they weren't already in the phone, okay? Like, who leaves voicemails? Even back in 2018, especially when you're discussing things like, hey pal, it's Dad. It's 8:15 on Wednesday night, and that's all pretty standard. It's nice to know that he was at least lucid enough to know the date and the time back in 2018. Too bad we didn't get that version of Joe. If you get a chance, give me a call. Nothing urgent. I just wanted to talk to you. I'm lonely, and Jill's, I don't know where she's at. I'm just hanging out with that Secret Service guy. I'm just wandering around in the pool in the backyard and just hanging with my dick out, just wondering what you're doing, son. Probably something similar. I thought the article released online, it's going to be printed tomorrow, and the Times was good. Oh, that's nice. I'd imagine that's probably what, New York Times, just the old gray lady, the paper of record, right? Yeah, no, exactly. He gets first reading on that. I think you're clear. And anyway, if you give me a chance, give me a call. I love you. I wonder how long he stayed on the line after that, after he said, I love you, expecting a response back. The New York Times article, hey, there it was, referenced by now president, entitled The Chinese Tycoons Sought Power and Influence. Washington responded, no shit, detailed the dealings of two corrupt Chinese businessmen, Yi Jianming and Patrick Ho. Why? Why you get the simple name? Anyways, both of whom had connections to the Biden family through CEFC China Energy. Yi acquired CEFC in 2006, according to the Times article, with the business focused on securing the rights to overseas oil fields in strife-torn places like Chad, South Sudan, and Iraq. Interesting. Places where the United States have bombed, and then poverty-stricken parts of sub-Saharan Africa. Interesting. Don't really seem like they're, all that opportunistic. I'm sure they're just out there trying to help people, just like the Clinton Foundation. From 2009 to 17, CFC's revenues jumped from 48 million to 37 billion. Hell, fuck, good job. Hey, really putting in work for those 9 years right there. That's impressive. The Times reported, noting that Yi's first outreach to the Biden family came in 2015, when they were well on their way. Interesting. The Washington Post, which independently authenticated Hunter's abandoned laptop months after its pre-election discovery. I know, right? It was just all Russian disinformation before then. We aren't going to talk about it. Listen, we got a fucking cabal of very sophisticated individuals that we're using to fortify this election. We don't need any of your fucking misinformation that's coming in right now. And then, hey, all of a sudden, well, take a look at this laptop. Ain't that fucking amazing? Cocksuckers. Anyways, but the Times article reported that the aide to Yi would later meet with Hunter. Then, in May of 2017, Hunter met with Yi in Miami. He met with Kanye in Miami? Weird. Anyways, during that meeting, Hunter reportedly offered to use his contacts to help identify investment opportunities for Yi's company, CEFC China Energy, in liquefied natural gas products in the United States, in the United States. As a thank you, Yi sent a note of gratitude and a 2.8 carat to Hunter's hotel room. Did he try to smoke it? Because that's a big fucking rock right there, my guy. Well, the natural gas project discussed never materialized, but the massive diamond did. Interesting. In early August 2017, Hunter executed a consulting agreement with CEFC. It provided him a retainer of $500,000 and a monthly stipend of $100,000 while James Biden, home builder in Iraq extraordinaire. Okay, so I guess they need a guy who's already on the ground there, so that would make sense. Oh wait, he didn't build anything and he just got a bunch of money from Iraq. Yeah, we should probably investigate that as well. Anyways, Joe's brother and Hunter's uncle pocketed $65,000 a month. Good work if you can get it. Boy, it sure pays to have that old liberal white privilege, now doesn't it? According to the Washington Post, over the course of 14 months, the Chinese energy conglomerate and its executives paid $4.8 million to entities controlled by Hunter Biden and his uncle. But that's alright, at least the article in the New York Times was very favorable to the Biden family. Hell, you wouldn't want that to show up because Joe Biden was being prepped. It's weird because this time he was being groomed for a role. Because this was what? Yeah. How far into 2018? So yeah. Oh, right at the end of 2018? Shit. So the first round of impeachment was going on or getting started for Trump, and they knew that they needed to start prepping for new Democratic candidates, okay? Well, heaven forbid you expose any sort of business dealings that were maybe a little bit less than upright and appropriate when it came to the Biden family. No, of course not. Why would you want to do that? Then in November 2017, Ho, the CEFC Vice Chairman and Secretary General. Oh, he had a secretary who was a hoe? How appropriate. Transferred to one of Hunter Biden's entities $1 million ostensibly for representation. Hunter, however, seemed to have no role in defending Ho, who was charged that month with crimes related to alleged bribes to officials in Chad and Uganda. I guess he didn't bribe the right people that were there. And attempting to arrange for CEFC to serve as a middleman with Iran to avoid sanctions. Following his arrest, Ho also called James Biden, although James believed the call was likely meant for Hunter. In 2018, when the article that prompted Joe Biden's message hit, the millions in payments from CEFC to business ventures controlled by Hunter Biden were not known. Thus, at the time, the Times merely reported, it is unclear whether Hunter Biden struck any business deals with CEFC or Mr. Yi. Since then, the public has learned both of the multi-million-dollar connection between Hunter and CEFC and a video showing Hunter calling Ho a fucking spy chief of China, who started the company that my partner, Jian Ming, who is worth $323 billion, holy fuck, founded, and is now missing. Oh no, I think we all know where he's at. It's just, how many different places is he at right now? Because the CCP, they don't want to let any of that shit slide. Anyways, also unknown when the Times ran its December 2018 story. It would have ran in the Washington Post, but they were too busy publishing other dubious articles as well. Stories that Hunter Biden was himself reportedly under investigation for his business dealings with CEFC. A month after the 2020 election, however, CNN reported that federal prosecutors in Delaware were investigating Hunter Biden's business dealings, specifically his dealings in China and with the CEFC. Significantly, in the report, CNN claimed that two people briefed on the Hunter Biden investigation claimed it began as early as 2018. Interesting. Joe Biden told his son, I think you're clear in relation to reporting, discussing Hunter's connection with CEFC, and that the assurance came out just 1 week after Ho's conviction. Well, bet you that Ho was extremely mad. While Hunter Biden was reportedly under investigation for his business dealings with Yi and Ho. Is this real life? Raises questions of whether Joe Biden had any inside information concerning the investigation of his son. I wonder. Okay. A related question concerns the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act wiretapping of Ho. According to the Daily Mail article that broke news of Joe Biden's voicemail message, the outlet had obtained a copy of the FISA surveillance order that revealed the federal agents were monitoring Ho as a potential spy for China. And that surveillance likely continued, at a minimum, until Ho's arrest in late 2017, meaning that FISA surveillance likely swept up some communications with or about Hunter Biden. Even if not, the evidence continues to mount against the Biden family, leaving two fundamental questions. What the fuck is going on? Well, I think we know that it's pretty corrupt right now, and not a lot of talk about what's going on with China right now. A lot of fucking smoke and mirrors with Russia and Ukraine and What the fuck is exactly going on there? Oh no, Ukraine's winning this by strategically seceding ground to the Russians. Aha, see, this is a big fucking 25D chess move by the comedian-in-chief there, Zelensky. That motherfucker knows exactly what he's doing, okay? He's already met with Ben Stiller, and I hear he's got Jack Black and Robert Downey Jr. and Blackface coming over, and they're just gonna go ahead and they're gonna get the old band back together and do Tropic Thunder 2, this time trying to invade Moscow, and don't worry, it'll just be as good as the original. I hear it's in the works, and it'll be fucking fantastic, okay? You already got all the cameramen there anyways, so. But again, yeah, what can the average person do with this information? Well, you already know how corrupt Joe Biden is. Take a look at the fucking approval ratings. He's 27 points underwater when it comes to how many people approve of him as opposed to disapprove of him. Nobody likes Joe, and extrapolate that out further, nobody likes the Democrats. Media's not reporting on this at all. Like, there was the Daily Mail article I seen at the time when it was posted, and then I seen this recap here on the Federalist. But outside of that, haven't seen it on New York Post, New York Times, CNN. Oh, of course not CNN. They're just running wall-to-wall January 6th coverage, bombshell reporting, ugh, whatever. But this just passed like the Chinese ship in the night with pallets full of cash for Hunter. So yeah, right now, pay attention to the slick footage that's coming out of that committee meeting. Yeah, no, that's definitely high priority. The man who doesn't have any control over the federal government, he's the real menace that's out there. You know, that aspiring GTA 6 character, Donald Trump at 70 fucking some odd years old. For Christ's sakes. You can't do anything with that other than just laugh and make fun of it. So yeah, pay attention to that. It's not going to teach you anything. You're not going to learn anything from it, okay? All it's going to do is just jade the people who are already jaded. It's just going to continue to polarize people. There's nothing actionable about that at all whatsoever. What can you learn from this right here? The Biden administration is even more corrupt, and the corruption does run deep, because all you have is just tangential information here, right? 10% for the big guy. Well, what exactly does that mean? How much money was Biden paid? Okay, Biden saying that. I think you're in the clear when it comes to this article detailing CEFC and all of their fucking nefarious business dealings. Okay, you have a bunch of dots on a map. Okay, you can't quite connect them. You can just try to add a couple of additional pieces of information, but when it's all said and done, what can you really do with it other than just use it, put it in the back of your mind, use all of that stored up information, and then vote out all of his compatriots so he has nobody left to fucking blame but himself. And, well, frankly, you take a look at some of those candidates who are up there on the ballot, and they're kind of fucking useless in their own right. So perhaps you can use this as a learning opportunity. Always in cash, never in writing, or left as a saved voicemail message. What the fuck are you doing? I understand you were a crackhead at the time, Hunter, but for fuck's sakes, man. Didn't they tell you to always cover your footprints? Like, Christ on ice. So yeah, expect this to never get covered again by literally anybody, okay? They could have Joe Biden's hand inside of a fucking sack of money that has CCP to Joe Biden directly on it, and nobody in a legacy mass media is going to give a flying fuck about it. Instead, oh, look at, we got a Diet Coke fetcher here, and she's going to tell us how Trump was trying to run some fucking back of the suburban Aikido on a Secret Service member. Okay, we'll go with that one, because that's entertainment. Get fucked. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.